up, guys? It's your sister Nick back with another video. Today we're gonna be reacting to 14 horror stories animated. Now, you know, if you've been watching my reacting to scary stories series, you know that we've been watching this completion by, hold up, let me show y'all, by our guys Wansee Entertainment. Y'all go subscribe to them. They have great animations, and I'm telling you, on your off day when you just chilling in bed eating popcorn, hot dogs, I don't know what you eat, but watch them, cause like I was watching one of the spooky scary stories yesterday, and let me tell y'all, that junk was fire. So today we're gonna finish off the compilation that we started like a few weeks ago. We left off in the last reaction where we seen the lumberjack story. That story was crazy. So that's my number one story out of this whole compilation. But let's see if anything can beat it, guys. But with that being said, we're not gonna talk too much. Let's say the daily Bible verse. So grab your phones or your Bible and turn to Philippians chapter 4 verses 6. Now this version is coming from the NLT, and I really don't want to read from the NLT, so I'm gonna go to the KJV version, which is King James version. Now, you there yet? Alright, so Philippians chapter 4 verses 6, King James version says, "Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving let your requests be made known unto God." Now switch over to the NIV version. Let's read from that version too. Two different versions so you can get a better understanding. Philippians chapter 4 verse 6 NIV says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition with thanksgiving present your request to God." Y'all, amen, amen. It's a lovely Saturday. I can't wait, y'all. I got a great day planned. You know, also Q&A come out Sunday, guys. I am so excited because we got some actually nice questions, and some of them I can't even think of an answer to, so who knows, I might have to answer on the spot, guys. But enough talking. The first animation is "I had a dream that one day," I ain't gonna start. Shout out to MLK. But the reaction is called "I Had a Dream and That Changed My Entire Life." With that being said, guys, I hope you're amazing day. Let's get into the first animation. I had a dream. I had a dream. I had a dream.
My name is Melanie. This happened when I was 6 years old. In 1989, I lived in San Bernardino, California. One night, after watching my favorite TV show, I decided to sleep with my mom. I used to sleep
Your mom ain't
alone,
got no eyes.
but somehow I went to her bed and she smiled at me. While I was sleeping with her, I had a dream that I was at a park. It was sunny, and there were a lot of big trees around. I was in the car, and my mom was standing on the corner of the sidewalk. I struggled to open the door, but it didn't open at all. As I was pounding on the back of the car window, crying for her to help me, she just stood there, smiling and waving to me. Then I woke up, crying hysterically. Mom also woke up and rubbed my back, asking what was wrong.
What the
But I couldn't bring myself to
I
repeat
need
the
an
horrible
interpreter
dream.
to interpret that dream.
Nothing. I told her and fell back asleep without any more bad dreams that night.
What does that mean?
After a year, we moved to Las Vegas, and I was getting ready to turn 7 in a couple of weeks.
Las Vegas?
My older brother, sister, and I went to the airport to visit my aunt who lives in Washington for a while. After finishing check-in, we went through security and got ready to board the plane. When I looked back at my mom, she was smiling and waving at me. It was the same way as in my dream. I couldn't dismiss the weird feeling during the flight. But despite the anxiety,
by the
we
way,
eventually arrived at my aunt's
story has
house
very
peacefully.
great details.
We
Like,
were
this
about
is
to have a
extremely
big
good
party
animation.
since my birthday was
Look at
coming.
this.
And on my birthday, my mom called to greet me and said that she loves me. That was the last time I ever heard her speak. Everything was alright. I was so happy at the time. I was waiting for my mom to come over here and spend time with us. A few days later, my uncle told us to sit down in the living room, as he had something very important to tell us. I noticed that my older sister was sitting in the corner chair and was crying quietly. He proceeded to tell us that my mother was no longer with us. At first, I couldn't understand what he was saying.
Her life changed.
He then told us that she died from a car accident. There was nothing more devastating than that day. Everybody in the living room was crying with such piercing sadness. Now I've grown up, but I still have dreams of my mom smiling and waving at
She
me.
grew up to look exactly like her mom.
I hope this story urges whoever is watching this video to cherish your loved ones.
They about to make me cry because like that was a
it
good
could be the
message.
last day you see or speak
Hey,
to
nice
them.
one, Wansee. Hey, I'm already getting the ad. Okay, it's okay. I'll skip it for y'all, bro. Hold up. Alright, guys. So, I'm not gonna cap. If that story would have went on any longer, I probably would have cried. Because that story actually had a really great message in it. And I respect Wansee for putting that animation in here. Like, it wasn't like the normal scary stories. Like, you'll think you about to see something scary. No, this giant... Well, I guess the dream was a little spooky, but the message prevailed behind it, or yeah, I think it's pervade. I think that's the word. I'm gonna use just that. The message that was shown behind the story was actually a really good message. So hopefully that message touched y'all, cause it actually touched me. But with that being said, I'm definitely gonna get that horror story. Well, it wasn't a horror story, but that animation a 10 out of 10 because it actually got me feeling some type of way right now. So that's definitely a 10 out of 10. That's probably gonna be my second favorite animation out of this whole thing. But let's finish it. The next horror story is called, well, our second animation is called Our New House Was Cursed. Now, I ain't playing about no cursed house, y'all. You know, I watch too much of that Conjuring and stuff and all that Insidious and stuff. So, let's see how this one might get me. Let's start it. By the way, guys, hold up, pause. By the way, before we get to this animation, I tell you this all the time, but come on, rate along with me. I want you to like put the title of the animation we just watched, and then next to it put a dash in your rating. We rated on the scale of 10 out of 10. Also at the end, tell me your favorite animation. But let's go.
My name is Gabby, and this story is my true experience. When I was 11 years old,
Now, that car
my
falling.
family and I moved
Best
to a
John just
big
crossed
house
30
in a
states
tiny
in 1
town.
second.
Our new house was located at the highest point, which was at the end of the town. When we bought the house, the owner explained to us that his wife had just passed away due to cancer, and that the house was very precious to her, so she never wanted to sell it. Still, the owner said the house was too big and lonely for him, since all their kids were grown up and already moved to other cities. However, during the final part of the deal, he suddenly changed his mind and didn't want to sell the house. But it was too late.
Heck no.
The owner stormed out of the office saying that it was his house and that we were going to regret it.
Hey, he need to chill out.
This was during the time my dad was sent overseas because he was in the military. So my mom, my older brother and I had to live by ourselves for 6 months. During that time, we had really weird experiences. Sometimes we would wake up to the sound of a goat in our backyard. It would last the whole night.
Hey, don't play around with no ghosts. Hey, y'all know they be talking about the goat is like the symbol of the devil, Satan. I ain't with all that.
So at first,
I need to
we just decided to ignore the issue and leave it alone.
Hey man, hold up.
Now, just for your information,
in the name of God,
our house design was kind of odd. Downstairs, we had my room, my brother's room, my soon-to-be-born sister's room, and a weird wide walkway that led to the backyard. And upstairs, we had a kitchen, living room, and my parents' room. The downstairs was underground, and the upstairs was technically the first floor. Anyway, one night, I decided to sleep with my mom, so I went upstairs with my brother. Later that night, we heard a sharp scream coming from downstairs. It sounded like it was my dad's voice screaming for help. He was calling all of our names. My mom rushed out of the room and was ready to run downstairs. All of a sudden, she stopped at the top of the staircase and looked at us with a weird expression on her face. But your dad is still in Colombia.
That's what I'm saying.
And the next thing I saw was my mom abruptly falling down the stairs.
No, she pregnant.
It was so horrible. It was like someone pushed her backwards before she was able to resist.
Holy crap!
My brother called the police and I ran down the stairs to check my mom and see if she was okay. We struggled to bring her up the stairs, but we managed to make it to her room. When the police and
Hell, call the
ambulance
cops on the
arrived,
ghost. You should have
they
called
took my mom
Ghostbusters.
to a hospital and left 2 officers with us that night. I was
She's
crying the entire night,
I'm
and
stopping.
we were so afraid. Due to falling down the stairs, Mom was injured, and unfortunately,
Yeah,
we
Miss
lost
Scary.
our new family member.
That's
The
messed up,
most
man.
chilling part was that they found large handprints on my mom's back, as if she was pushed by someone. This led to an investigation, but they had to leave the case
What?
open because no one was found in our house, other than the
Yo.
3 of us. We all suffered and went through a hard time that year, especially my mom.
Yeah,
She
losing that
slid
baby.
into
Ooh,
depression.
look at her.
When she recovered, we moved the following year. However, more things happened throughout the year, but not as bad as the previous one. Just footsteps, broken plates, or similar stuff to that.
I
We put
mean,
that house on
hello,
the
that's
market
still
when we left,
scary.
but no one has contacted us. One thing is for certain. I hope that we never have to go back to that creepy house
bro.
again.
R.I.P. the baby.
I
That's
really,
so sad.
really don't want to go
Hey,
back.
hey, I'm not gonna cap. This they starting off with some heat. Like towards the end of this compilation, it's some heat on here. Like that story was completely fine. I give that John a 10 out of 10. So you know they coming with it, cause y'all know I don't give out 10 out of 10s that easily. But 2 back-to-backs, whoo-wee. Hey, this giving all the other reactions to scary stories a run for their money. I could definitely say these better than the Lumberjack. Well, no, because they had the Nintendo and the Lumberjack. Then it had plot twist on plot twist. Yeah, Lumberjack gonna be my first favorite. Second favorite definitely gonna have to be that story for sure. And then third gonna have to be the story about cherishing your loved ones. Y'all, let's move on. The third animation is called The Secret of Room Number 20. Let's see. I'm ready, y'all.
It was late
They
in the
coming
evening
with
and I was
heat.
driving on the
I can
highway.
put you away now.
I was coming back home from my friend's party. I was so tired at that time, so I decided to check in at a hotel near the
Ooh,
village.
no.
The hotel was not too big, seemed normal, but was kind of creepy. After finishing check-in, I got my
Never
key
said
and
a
the
thing.
room number.
Why she tracking him?
My room number was 23. I walked to the hallway. As I was passing by the other doors, I heard a kid's giggling voice from the room number 20, which was located just 2 doors away from my room. I
Nope.
stopped walking,
Go on, go back
and I
out the other.
noticed that the door on this
Don't
room
go back in
looked
your car.
different from the others. The door looked very old, and it had a big keyhole, and it was big enough to peek inside the room.
Don't peek.
I was actually curious about the inside, so I looked into the room, and there was a girl who was sitting on the bed with her face down to the floor.
That's the girl from the
I couldn't see her face
Ring.
clearly because her hair was all covered. She
You
was
should've
wearing
known
a
by
white
that.
dress like the 1990s style, and it looked dirty.
Dog, you
thought it
gonna
was
comfort her
weird,
like that?
But soon I just disregarded it. So I headed
Look,
to my room,
let me tell y'all
locked the
something.
door, and
Pause. Anytime you see, and I mean anytime, you see somebody with their hair over their face and it's still all around their head, and they got a white dress on and some white socks, you better run or move out from wherever you at. Alright? Alright. Cause
passed
he
out.
crazy.
The next morning, I was walking the hallway again.
Same.
I didn't know why, but I instantly had this.
Alright guys, my bad, my headset cut off. I don't know if it's dying or just cut off for some odd reason, but we're gonna hurry up and get done with this animation. We almost done. We got like 5 minutes left, 4 minutes and 30 seconds most likely. So let's get into it.
I wanted to look through that keyhole again in room 20. So I stopped in front of the door and looked through the hole.
It's missing the two.
But this time, I couldn't hear
Oh
any
wait, never mind.
sound
It's
and
above
see the girl,
zero.
though.
I'm tweaking.
All I could see was a whole red color. I thought
scared.
maybe she saw me yesterday, that I was looking through the hole. So she probably covered up the hole with a red cloth or something. I thought that was childish, but cute.
What?
So I smiled, stepped back, and headed to the counter.
He trying to get down on this little girl?
Before leaving, I asked the lady at the counter, "Hey, what's going on in that room 20? Why does the door look different and why that girl stays alone?" She stared at me for a while and then began to talk.
good?
Oh, you mean the room number 20. There used to be a family who checked in that room when this hotel wasn't renovated before.
They good?
The couple had a daughter and stayed in here for their vacation. But then, they killed their daughter in that room. And when the cops arrived, the couple killed themselves too.
What the freak?
But the weirdest part about it was, after that, lots of our guests told the staff that they saw the same girl who was wandering the hallways.
She was a ghost?
And they all said that the girl's eyes were too red, as just like she was shedding tears of blood.
Oh, I hate you.
What she told me shocked me. My heart was pounding and I couldn't even speak anything.
They need to shut that hotel down.
Then what was that red thing?
Her
Was
eye.
she looking at me through the door?
She was
Just
looking
like
back.
I was watching her?
Oh, that ass. Sorry, guys. Bro. What the freak? Bro, Wansee. Hold on. Let me make sure my headset's still on. Yeah, it is. Okay. Bro, Wansee. Ain't nobody better than you. You got heat and animations. Come on, y'all. 3 for 3. And I think this is the last animation because it's 3 minutes left. So, yeah, for sure. But, y'all, that I'm giving that one a 10 out of 10, too. Like, I really thought that girl was like, I should have known she was dead. I'm be honest. Anytime they got some girl with her face covered by her long hair and a white dress, she dead. You know, I was tweaking. Oh my gosh, 10 out of 10, y'all. Put y'all ratings below. You definitely, oh my bad, I'm over here eating my mic. Y'all better tell me what was your favorite animation, cause I can't even choose at this rate. The last animation though is called My Name is Mandy and I Try to Save People. Alright, now this a little odd title, but y'all, this jump better end off on some extreme heat. I mean, we better be feeling like we sitting on the hot pot, straight off the crack pot, off the lot where you got shot. Bars! Alright, let me stop. Get into it. I'm excited. This animation is different too. What the world?
That day, I saw him on one of my usual walks along the bridge. He was a tall, middle-aged man in a cheap-looking suit. I
Don't
approached
commit
him
suicide.
carefully, not wanting to spook him. I asked, "Sir?" He turned around quickly, with his face drenched in sweat. "Who are you?" he asked nervously. I answered with a smile. "I'm Mandy. You should move away from here. It's pretty dangerous,"
Oh snap.
I said, pointing to the edge of the bridge where he was standing. "What are you doing here?" He looked at me
Don't
for a few
commit
seconds
suicide,
before
bro.
speaking
It's not
again.
worth it.
"Oh, I come here often. It's quiet, so I like that." I smiled at him again. He then looked down at the water below. He also said that I really shouldn't be hanging out in a place like this. "Your parents must be worried about it." He sounded calmer, but wouldn't meet my eyes. I spoke
nervous.
softly. "Well, my parents know I'm here. They know I like to help people like you." He turned
Pause.
to
I can already see and say, bro, this horror story got some more suspense to it. I'ma go on and say, and watch me be right. I'm assuming Mandy, and I ain't trying to assume the worst, but I'm assuming she killed herself on that bridge, and she regretted it, and now she come to save other people who are about to jump off, and they just see her. Alright, that's my theory. If I'm not right, I'll do a giveaway at 100 subscribers. Bye. Let's do it.
me, and I looked at him without blinking. I knew that he wanted to jump. The look on his face changed to one of uneasiness. So he tried to say something, but nothing came out.
Don't jump.
It
It's
will
not worth
hurt
it.
like nothing's ever hurt before. And it's just a fall, but the aftermath is
Couple.
even
What
worse.
the freak is this?
His eyes widened and he shouted, "Get out of here, kid. You don't even know what you're talking about." He sounded more alarmed than angered. I continued to look at him as he breathed heavily.
Oh,
Then I slowly pointed to the pictures and flowers attached to the railings just behind him. "Actually, I do." He
She
looked in the
did kill
direction I was
herself on that
pointing,
bridge.
taking a few seconds to process what he was seeing. He then turned around slowly to look at me. Pure horror. on his face.
Yup.
How can you? At that moment, I knew I had saved him. At least for now. He stood there for a moment longer,
I
frozen and
told
unsure of
y'all.
what to do. Then he didn't say any words, simply turned around and ran as fast as he could.
Bro, she committed
I dropped my
suicide on that
shoulders
bridge.
and breathed a
That's
sigh
sad.
of relief. I walked over to the railings and just sat
I
there,
wish somebody was
looking
there
at the
to save
pictures.
her.
"We miss you, Mandy," was written on a big card decorated with hearts
Man,
and
why
flowers
they
right
keep
next to my
coming with
yearbook
this
photo.
sad stuff?
"Gone too soon," said another, surrounded by teddy bears, clothes, and lots of
Bro.
flowers. It all looked so pretty.
Hashtag
My
rip
name
Mandy
is
in the
Mandy.
comments, bro.
I was 19 when I died, and now I try to help people live.
Wait, did she die from a car crash, like it flipped off the bridge, or did she die from jumping off the bridge? Alright, guys. We ain't gonna watch anymore, but let me tell y'all. Them last few minutes of... Bro... Them last few minutes of that compilation was amazing. Somebody knocked at my door, so I gotta hurry up and end this off. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. I definitely did. The ending of that compilation was amazing. It was 2 heat stories and 2, hold up. That's my nephew's most likely. Alright, it was, it was 2 stories that were great and actually pretty horrifying and scary. And there was 2 great messages prevailed or presented and 2 other horror stories, and I actually really enjoyed it. Like, bro, if you're ever thinking about committing suicide, don't do it. Trust me, don't do it. Just keep holding on and keep fighting. It's always a reason to fight. Everything will work out. But with that being said, guys, I hope you're having an amazing day, and I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you can be one of the first people to view my videos when I drop it. Also, drop questions early, because, next we'll be doing another Q&A. So if you want, drop some more questions. But I hope you guys are having a great day, and you're beautiful, you're smart. Don't let no one tell you other than that. And you have a great personality. Remember, smile. Peace out, guys.